Well, hello everyone. Hey, welcome back and welcome in. We're just saying hello. It's Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday, and we're going to talk about some things to keep us healthy and keep us hydrated. So, today we're talking about something that we should all be doing, but we don't always do it. But that's okay. That's the way it goes. So we're going to talk about it's heavy, drinking water and staying hydrated. This is what I walk around with in my house some days. So we're diving into this topic about staying hydrated. And what I want to know from you, if you just put it in the chat, how many how many glasses or how many ounces of water have you had today? Today. Well, I haven't had as much as I should, but I've probably had about so far probably about 48 ounces. So I got a few more to go. Have a few more to go. But we're going to talk about this today so that we can talk about how water makes a massive difference in how we feel every single day, how hydration for women over 50, whether we're managing it for our daily energy, for keeping our skin radiant, or trying to stay on top of our health, um, even when we're traveling, when we're at home. Water is your secret weapon. Yes, water is your secret weapon. We got about 15, 20 minutes today where we're going to talk about this, maybe longer if people have questions and they come in. Hopefully, we'll get some people in. If not, you can watch this later on. So, let's start with the question I asked you already. How many how many glasses a day do you think that you drink? That you honest, be honest with yourself. How do you keep up with the amount of water that you actually drink? And we've always heard that we're supposed to drink 8 glasses of water a day. We've heard that rule for a long, long time. I can remember as when I was even younger, they were saying drink at least 8 glasses of water a day. So 8 glasses of water, if you talk about 8 ounces, is about 64 ounces a day. But there's really something else that we should know that is actually closer to 9 to 10 cups of water a day, like 91 ounces a day, 2.7 liters a day. I know you're thinking, if I drink that many a day, I'm going to be running to the bathroom all day long. I'm going to be going to pee all day long, pulling over to pee if I'm in my car, driving if I'm in the airplane. I got to pee, right? But actually, 9 to 10 cups of water a day, and you're wondering why. Well, first of all, our bodies, as we get older, when we cross that 50, that internal trigger for thirst diminishes. So we don't always feel like we are thirsty and our body needs water, but actually it does. So, one of the things that I do, I just sip all through the day. I sip. I just take this big thing here and I take a sip or two, throughout the day from the time I get up to the time I shut off the water in the evening. So just think of it that way. I know it's hard to just fill up the glasses and drink and drink. And I'll actually put a link in the description for this water bottle that I use. But anyway, you literally might not feel thirsty, even when your body is saying, I need water. So if you're not drinking all day long, your body, you're playing catch up. Your body's playing catch up. So why does this matter so much? Because there's several reasons why our body needs water. And you think about what percentage of our body is made up of water. Hey, think about what percentage of the earth is made up of water. So why is water important? Well, if it's making up the majority of the earth, then it's important for us uh, to drink it also. Now, People always ask me, how do you keep your skin so clear? A lot of it is that I just drink water. I don't pop. Occasionally, I might have ginger ale or something. I don't drink a lot of alcohol. I drink mostly water. But thinking about our body, now, knowing why water is good for us is one thing, but actually getting to those 9 to 10 down without feeling like you're just constantly chugging water is another thing. So let's talk about some practices that we can use to alleviate that feeling like, oh my God, I can't keep chugging this water down. One thing is to develop a habit. A habit in the morning, first thing is drinking a glass of water. It can be room temperature. You don't really want it ice cold first thing in the morning when you wake up. So that's your first cup, 8 ounces of water when you first wake up. Believe me, your body needs it because at night, your body may become a little more hydrated. So you're going to need that water. When we step out of our daily groove, sometimes things change. Like when we're traveling, we may have to catch an early flight instead of getting up at 9 or 8 in the morning. We might have to get up at 5 in the morning to get that 7 or 8 o'clock flight. So that changes our routine. And so if we're going on a road trip, whatever, that's getting out of our routine. So you have to make adjustments for staying hydrated when you are traveling or when you're changing up your routine. But you definitely need water when you're on those planes, if you're on a train, even when you're in your car. So developing a routine is important, but in life, your routine will change. So I'm going to take a sip because I need a sip. Yes. Mm, mm. Drink water. There's a song. Drink water and mind your business. Drink water and mind your business. So think about, what is your biggest struggle to keeping hydrated? What is your biggest struggle? So here's a guideline from the National Academy of Science and Engineering and Medicine. So about 11.5 cups, 2.7 liters, or 91 ounces of fluid is what they're recommending. So about 20% comes from high water foods like cucumbers, watermelon, soups, and then that leaves you a target of roughly 9 cups of water from plain water and from beverages. Excuse me. And when I say beverages, a lot of people say, I drink my coffee all day long. Not caffeinated drinks. That's not really hydrating you like you need to be hydrated. So mix it up. I know people who drink coffee, 5, 6 cups of coffee every day, and they won't drink water. That's not good for your body, and your body's going to tell you that it's not good for them. Now, for us women who are over 50, yes, we talked about how our thirst mechanism becomes less sharp. So, meaning that dehydration can set in before we even know it. So that's why you should be sipping every day. Now, let's talk about the benefits of hydration. First, our joints and our muscles need water. As we are over 50, our estrogen drops during and after menopause, which causes a decrease in collagen production and joint lubrication. Water keeps our cartilage hydrated and helps soothe joint stiffness. So, drink water for those joints and those muscles. Now, let's talk about our skin. So, while water isn't a magical wrinkle eraser, proper hydration still maintains skin elasticity. Okay, so it restores some of that plumpness and it prevents that extra dryness common in our aging skin. And also, when we're on a plane, sometimes have you ever felt how dry your skin may become, your hands, your face? Um, yeah, just think about that. So you need to hydrate and drink water when you're on the plane, and we'll talk more about that. Now let's talk about what water does for our brain power and our energy. 1 to 2% of malhydration can give us brain fog. You know what it's like to have brain fog, or you feel that extra fatigue. You may have mood swings. So staying hydrated will help support your cognitive clarity, your energy level without extra caffeine. Now, we talked about people who drink coffee all the time. Don't, you need the water. And you also need to eat those uh, fruits and food that have water. Like we said, cucumbers, watermelon, and there's some others um, that give you some sort of hydration when you eat it, right? You know how much water watermelons have, right? So think about that. And then your temperature regulation. For those of you who are going through menopause or who have gone through menopause, you know that your body temperature like it's rising and you're like everybody else is cool and I'm burning up. Well, water helps adjust your body temperature. So think about that. When you are feeling that moment of I'm having a hot flash, sip some water. Okay? Sip some water to kind of help cool that body temperature down just a little bit. Now, thinking about practical strategies for everyday travel and just everyday things that you do in your life, water, water, book in your day. Like I said earlier, start your day with an 8 ounce glass of water, 8 ounce glass of water when you wake up to replenish the overnight losses. So take some sips, 8 ounces worth, and let's start your day. We talked about eating your water. Feature water rich foods, berries, cucumbers, celery, citrus fruits. Include those in your daily meal. Okay? And for those of you who say, oh, I just hate the way water tastes, I don't like it, I can't drink it, you can add, you can infuse your water with different fruits or with cucumbers or with oranges or lemons or limes. Just making sure that you're consistently sipping, but you're not sipping with a lot of adding artificial sweeteners and adding additional sugar. Your body doesn't need all that. Is that something that you do? Just remember, infusing your water and you're still sipping the daily amount that you want, but it's natural. You're flavoring it naturally, which is good for you too. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of information, but we still have more. We still have more. Let's see if anyone's typing anything in the chat. Let's see, not yet. But hopefully, this will help some people when you're thinking about your intake, your daily intake of water. Now, since we talk about travel and wellness for women over 50, let's talk about travel tips, staying hydrated during travel. Okay. We know that the airplane cabin can be extremely dry, right? Especially those long international long haul flights. You're sleeping, you wake up, and you're like, oh, my throat is dry, my mouth is dry. So, what the suggestion is that you drink 8 ounces of water for every hour in the air, and to pack a water bottle and fill it up in the airport after you pass security so that you can constantly sip on water. Of course, on those long flights, the air the flight attendants are coming through and asking you, do you want something to drink? I know you're worried that if I'm drinking all this water, I'm going to have to keep getting up and going to the bathroom. Well, you get you an aisle seat. Get you an aisle seat so you can get up and go, right? That's what I do. I get an aisle seat just in case. And then I like to stand up and stretch too. Um, when you're on your excursions, once you get to your destination, when you're on your excursions, the heat and high altitudes of some destinations can increase your fluid loss. I know when we went to Machu Picchu in Peru, we could feel the difference of being hydrated when we were in that high altitude. So, again, carrying that water bottle and making sure that you are sipping. And you can get some of those electrolyte packets, put in your water so that you're replenishing your electrolytes. Or if you're going on long walks, making sure that you are sipping water throughout the day. And I know that you want to restrict your water intake when you're doing tours because you're fearing that you're going to have to go to the bathroom a million times. So try to hydrate earlier in the morning and in the afternoon so that you don't have to hydrate as much later on in the day. Okay. Ah, I know you're like, girl, if I drink all that water and I'm over 50, my bladder is going to explode and I'm going to want to go to the bathroom a million times. And if I drink water late night, I'm going to have to get up and go to the bathroom a million times while I'm trying to sleep. Well, make sure you stop an hour or two before bedtime so that your body will eliminate whatever it needs to eliminate before your bedtime and before you go to sleep. Our bladder can only hold so much, but you need your water. So what else can we say about that? All right. So be honest with yourself. How many glasses of water have you had today? Be honest with yourself. And let's see, what else can we talk about? People want to know, does water or does your intake of coffee and tea count for your daily goal of drinking 91 ounces a day? Yes, but caffeine in moderation. Caffeine in moderation. Um, Plain water should be your main source of hydration. Plain water. Drink water and mind your business. How do you know you're getting enough water? Well, since you know you're going to have to go to the bathroom, the color of our urine is a telltale sign of whether or not we're getting enough water. If it's a light pale color or it's clear, then that's signs that you have gotten plenty of water. Check for your dry skin. Uh, Mid-afternoon slumps, you get fatigued because you haven't had enough water. Do you know if you've drinking too much water? Because we know you can drink too much water, and but your body will let you know that you've had too much water. That's a lot of information today for our Wellness Wednesday. I hope that I have given you enough information to start thinking about how much you're drinking water and keeping tabs on how much water you're drinking, especially for us ladies over 50. I've already said our thirst mechanism isn't as sharp as it used to be, so you have to be cognizant and you have to drink your water, sip it all day long, and just stay healthy. And that's what we have for Wellness Wednesday. It's the Sustah-Girl Chronicles, where we talk about travel and wellness for women over 50. I'm Cassandra Washington. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. And don't forget to add some comments and give us some suggestions on how much water you're drinking and what are your tips. And you have a great day.